Reactions have been trailing the discovery by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company of an illegal connection line from one of its major oil export terminals to the sea. According to the NNPC, the illegal line had been operating undetected for 9 years. The connection is a 4-kilometer pipeline connection from the Forcados export terminal, which typically exports around 250,000 barrels per day of oil into the sea. Now, joining me on the news to discuss this as well as other issues in the oil-producing region of Nigeria is Barrister Eric Omare, the immediate past president of the Ijaw Youth Council. A warm welcome to you, Barrister Omare, and thanks for joining us on the news.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure.
Now, Barrister Omare, the news of oil theft has generated various reactions and why it has been going on for so long unnoticed. Where are the loopholes here, and how did this go on for so long undetected?
Well, for me, as somebody who has been in the region all over the years, it is not a surprise to me. And these things are not also a surprise to those who are sincere, especially the security agencies. They are aware of the existence of all these things. And I'm very sure that as we go on, there will be more revelation. There is no part of the Niger Delta creeks that is not policed by security agencies, especially the Army, the Navy, and other security apparatus. And so any reasonable person would wonder as to why there is massive oil theft going on in the region, despite the massive presence of security agencies. So these things have been done to the knowledge of the Nigerian government. I think that it is becoming a very serious issue because Nigeria presently is unable to meet its OPEC quota as per oil production. When things hadn't gotten to this level, Nigeria, the government didn't take it serious. Moving forward, the only way we can stop this sort of ugly situation is for government to display sincerity. The government, when I say government, it means the federal government of Nigeria that is in charge of the oil and gas sector, needs to display sincerity, especially the security agencies that have massive presence in the creeks.
Now, Barrister Omare, talking about the security agencies, I'm glad you mentioned them. Let's talk about security around the pipelines. Not too long ago, government on Polo was awarded a contract to protect the pipelines. With this discovery, do you think the move is yielding results? And what will, in your own opinion, as somebody that is familiar with the terrain, be the best approach to securing pipelines?
Yes, the decision to award an oil surveillance, pipeline surveillance contract to Aiship government of Kompolo, popularly known as Kompolo, was a good one. A lot of us applauded it because we appreciate the fact that that is the proper thing to be done. The reason is that the region is a peculiar one, and you need people who have an in-house knowledge of the difficult terrain. And that's where Aiship government of Kompolo comes in. But in spite of that, if the security agencies were honest, we wouldn't have gotten to this level. And again, even with the contract awarded to Aiship government of Kompolo, it requires the support of the security agencies, because there's no way they can succeed as a private individual without the cooperation of the security agencies. And I think he made that point in his interview with the media some days ago. So their contract to government of Kompolo is the right way to go, but it still requires the support of the security agencies for him to succeed.
Now, Barrister Omare, militancy has been a source of concern in the region for some time now. How better should the government address the concerns of the people in these communities? And how would you rate the impact of the Niger Delta Development Commission and the Niger Delta Ministry?
Well, the issue of militancy has been there over the years, and the simple reason for militancy in the Niger Delta is simply because the question of resource ownership and management has not been addressed. At the heart of the agitation in the Niger Delta is that the people want a sense of belonging in the oil that is produced in their environment. And that fundamental issue up to this moment, in spite of the existence of 13% derivation, NDDC, Niger Delta Ministry, and of course, even the 3% operational cost in the petroleum industry, they have not addressed that issue. The people want a sense of belonging in such a way that there will be a correlation between their livelihood and the oil that is produced in their community. And that's why people have over the years called for resource control or resource management, as the case may be, at the local level. And until that is addressed, the agitation will continue. Now, with respect to the palliatives, what I would refer to as palliative agencies like the NDDC, what has been their impact? Unfortunately, my assessment is that the NDDC has not achieved its set objectives because of over-politicization of the NDDC. The NDDC is supposed to be an intervention agency with a statutory mandate to primarily address the problem of environmental degradation in the Niger Delta and also address infrastructural development. But on all fronts, on the issues of environment, it has not done anything. In the area of infrastructural development, it has been ad hoc and on a very disorganized way of addressing the issues of development. There was an NDDC, or there is an NDDC master plan, but that master plan is not followed. Even the law establishing the NDDC, as we speak now, for the past 3 years, there's no board of the NDDC, despite the fact that the Senate has approved a board that the president submitted to them. So my assessment is that the NDDC has not achieved the purpose for which it was established. And moving forward, I don't even support trust intervention agencies. I believe that the ultimate solution to the Niger Delta problem is for the people to have control over their resources.
Lies with the people. Thank you very much, Barrister Eric Omare. It's been a pleasure talking to you. We do appreciate your time and contribution.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure.